Either united we stand or divided we fall. I'm saying that because I've been noticing a lot of pro-black content creators online pushing this anti-immigrant rhetoric. You can't call yourself pro-black and be against Africans at the same time. You can't call yourself pro-black and you're against Caribbeans. It don't work that way. So, black folks, be careful being seduced into this anti-immigrant rhetoric and this anti-immigrant climate. It has nothing to do with you. This anti-immigrant climate has nothing to do with you. All of this is about protecting and maintaining the white majority in the United States. That's all this is about. It has nothing to do with you black people. So the stuff that I see online in regards to the Essence Festival, let's talk about it. Black people online are saying things like immigrants from Africa are taking over our culture. They're taking our stuff from us. And you guys sound exactly like the white supremacists when you do it. When y'all kick that right there, you sound just like Steve Bannon. You sound just like Tucker Carlson. Black people that own the Essence company now, and these are Africans that own this. I'm seeing you black people online talk about how you're going to boycott it. You're going to do it like Target. You guys have all the smoke when it comes to Africans and Caribbeans joining us, having a part of something that's black over here. You guys got all the smoke for them. But when white folks own something that's black, nothing. Barely hear you. When other groups come into our neighborhoods and own the stores and things in our neighborhoods, you ain't got nothing for them. No smoke. But when it's black people from Africa or the Caribbean that come over here and have ownership in something that's black over here, now all of a sudden it's a big problem. Now all of a sudden you're ready to boycott. Now all of a sudden it's a call to action. It reminds me of the mentality that I see here in Louisiana. I live here in the Deep South, in the state of Louisiana. And one of the things that you will see that's very dominant in our black community here is this crab in a barrel mentality. That's how it's described. And what it means is whenever there's a black person that rises, there'll be a group of black people that'll be ready to pull him back down. For example, if you're a black person here that comes into ownership of anything, your status is elevated on any level, say you have a nice car and a nice home, there will be other black people who will hate you for that. They'll hate you worse than the white supremacists and want to see you lose it. I'm seeing that same mentality projected onto my African brothers and sisters, projected onto my Haitian brothers and sisters. I'm seeing that same mentality, that crab in a barrel mentality. We don't want them to come over here and own anything that we've built or have a part in anything that we've built. But we have no smoke for any other group that does it. We don't see it as a bridge being built, which is what it really is. When Nigerians come and they buy the Essence company, that doesn't mean that black Americans lost the company. It's a good thing that somebody in our diaspora owns that company, especially from an African nation. Because what it does is it builds a bridge. Black people in America need to have these bridges built so that we can get closer to the diaspora, not further apart, not separating ourselves away. I made a video about how white supremacists are using reparations to put a wedge in between black people in America and in the diaspora. And there's people that are willing to sell out black people for money, and they're using these people to push their agenda, to push their narratives. Black people in America, you're only 14% of the population. You're only 14% of the population. You have no power. You're weak here. You're a minority here. You have no political power. You have no economic power. We don't have any ability to control our destinies. We don't have any ability to protect ourselves. We are just here, trying to exist, trying to survive, dealing with microaggressions all day, dealing with this American oppression, this capitalism that we live under, that's double whammying us on top of the white supremacy. You live under that. And somehow we lost our way. And I'm very upset with the content creators, black content creators who are educated, who are smart, that are leading us away from Pan-Africanism. I don't know if you guys have been bought. I don't know if you guys are lost. I'm not sure what it is just yet. But you're doing us a disservice, really, by leading us away from the diaspora. Black people in America need to be building bridges with black people across the world. We are looked up to by black people across the world. They look to us for political direction, inspiration, motivation, ideas, etc. Don't buy into this anti-immigrant rhetoric about how Africans don't like us, about how Caribbeans don't like us. That's not true. That's not true. Now, yes, there are some that are ignorant out there. I'm not saying that there aren't any Africans or Caribbeans who are ignorant, that say ignorant things. There are ignorant American blacks as well, okay? But that's just the reality of the situation. We here in America, black Americans, have the ability to control the black narrative worldwide. We've done it for a long time, and we continue to do it now. If you get out here and you kick this anti-immigrant rhetoric, you don't do anything but divide us away from black people across the world. You make us weaker. You take power away from our movements here, and you dissolve our global influence that we have. FBA, these exclusionary lineage-based groups, y'all, they are not in our favor. I know it's attractive. They appeal to our desire to want to be tribal and to want to break ourselves up into little special groups. Black people love to do that. We love to break ourselves up into little groups. I'm from this street. I'm from this neighborhood. I'm from this city. I'm from this state. We love to make our little tribes. Well, people that are wealthy, who back the agenda of Project 2025 and anti-immigration stance, who want to preserve and maintain the white majority in America, they want us to also embrace the nationalistic American nationalism, which isn't going to play in your favor. That's not going to play in our favor. But the reason why they want us to embrace it is because if white folks are just being the ones who are against immigration, if they're the ones exclusively against it, it appears for being what it is, basically white supremacy. But they discovered that if they could get other groups, black people, or maybe just environmentalist groups, anybody else, if they can get them to kick the anti-immigration rhetoric, it makes it to where anti-immigration rhetoric isn't a white supremacist talking point anymore. It makes it more of a general thing. Over the last 10 to 15 years, white supremacists have perfected mainstreaming white supremacy. They've gotten so good at it that black Americans who we used to intuitively feel it and be able to navigate around it and explain it to people, but now we're falling for it. Now we are just easily manipulated into it now. They give you an FBA flag. They say, wave this flag, black American, because you're so different from the other black people in the world, which we are. We are our own group. We are different. I understand that. I see that. It's obvious. However, we're still black. We're still Africans. Whether you want to accept that or not. White America sees us as Africans, and they treat you that way. They treat you as a black person who is not really an American. Do y'all remember that video of that black MAGA man? It was a black MAGA man who went to one of these MAGA conventions, and he said that a bunch of the white guys started circling him and pointing at him, going, America first, America first. They started doing him like that, and then he had a wake up. He realized that, oh, wait a minute, I'm with the wrong group. Black people, don't get caught in that situation where you're waving the American flag and you're being a good patriot, and then white folks come over and remind you that you are not an American. Our future, our only pathway, our only ability to control our destinies and our lives lies in the Pan-Africanist movement. When black people start moving in unity and in solidarity, we will have better lives on this planet. So I just wanted to put this out there, and I also want to say I'm very disappointed in some of the black content creators that I've been seeing online. You have been, I don't know if you have an agenda, if you're collecting money from somebody. I'm not sure. Maybe you're just not aware, but there are some black content creators out there, y'all. Be careful listening to them. Not all of them understand Pan-Africanism, and some of them are going to lead you into the room where you're standing there with the American flag, and white folks come in there and start doing a circle around you, pointing at your face, chanting America first.